Stretching for 300 miles and rising over 700 feet tall, the wall is one of the most iconic and formidable structures in all of Westeros. Built to protect the realms of men from the dangers that lurk beyond, it has 19 castles that were built to house and support the Night's Watch. Though only a handful remain during the time of Game of Thrones, let's look at each of those castles and more of the details of the wall. So, the wall was constructed over 8,000 years ago following the Long Night, which was a catastrophic winter when the White Walkers descended upon Westeros. And according to legend, it was built by Brandon the Builder with the aid of giants and possibly magic from the Children of the Forest. Made primarily of ice, reinforced with stone and earth, it's basically a near impenetrable barrier. The wall is enchanted, preventing the passage of certain dark creatures, including White Walkers. However, its effectiveness relies heavily on the vigilance of the Night's Watch, whose numbers dwindled significantly over the centuries. So, the castles of the wall. Initially, 19 castles were along the wall, which served as fortified bases for the Night's Watch. Each had their own unique features and strategic importance. So, number one, we have Castle Black. It's the largest and the most significant stronghold of the Night's Watch. Located near the center of the wall, it serves as the headquarters and main garrison. Some key features include the Lord Commander's Tower, a vast common hall, and the training yard. It's accessible via the King's Road and features a massive winch elevator that transports men and supplies to the top of the wall. Number two, Eastwatch by the Sea. That's situated on the eastern end of the wall. Eastwatch by the Sea overlooks the Shivering Sea. It functions as the primary port for the Night's Watch and is critical for monitoring naval threats. The castle features docks and fortified walls. It's here that Jon Snow first interacts with the Free Folk after becoming Lord Commander. The third one we have is the Shadow Tower. The Shadow Tower guards the westernmost end of the wall near the Frost Fangs. Known for its remote and harsh location, it overlooks rugged mountain terrain. The castle is commanded by a formidable officer during the series and remains one of the last operational strongholds. Number four, we have Queen's Gate, also known as Snowgate. It's located between Castle Black and Eastwatch. It earned its new name in honor of Queen Alysanne Targaryen, who once visited the wall. We also have Greyguard, which was abandoned due to structural damage. It once served as a key defensive position, but it eventually fell into despair. Next, we have Stone Door, which was built near a rocky outcrop. It has a lot of strategic importance for monitoring the wildling movements. We have Hoarfrost Hill, which was perched on a frozen elevation. It offered excellent visibility over the icy landscape. Icemark, it's one of the smallest and the least notable castles, and it was primarily used for just scouting missions. Deep Lake, Deep Lake was situated near a frozen body of water, and this castle provided a freshwater supply for its garrison. The Night Fort is the oldest and largest of all the wall's castles. It was abandoned long before the Game of Thrones series began, but it is steeped in dark legends, including tales of cannibalism and black magic. Bran Stark and his companions passed through the Night Fort using the secret gate known as the Black Gate, which responds only to members of the Night's Watch. Next, we have Oakenshield. Named for its sturdy wooden fortifications, Oakenshield was a defensive outpost. Woods Watch by the pool, which that is surrounded by a rare corpse of trees. This castle stood for its unique location. Sable Hall is our next castle, and it's known for its sable banners. It served as a symbol of the Watch's former pride. We have the Rime Gate, another abandoned outpost. Rime Gate suffered from harsh weather conditions. Long Barrow was named for ancient burial mounds nearby, and this castle had a very grim reputation. Number 16, the torches situated near the eastern end of the wall. The torches provided beacons to guide lost rangers. Next, we have Greengard, which is one of the few castles with some arable land nearby. It was very self-sufficient. Sentinel Hall, or Sentinel Stand. This castle offered an excellent vantage point for spotting distant threats. And the last one we have is Westwatch by the Bridge. It's the westernmost stronghold after the Shadow Tower, and it guarded a vital crossing point. So, over the centuries, as the threats from beyond the wall diminished in the eyes of the southern kingdoms, resources and manpower for the Night's Watch dwindled. And by the time of Game of Thrones, only Castle Black, Eastwatch by the Sea, and the Shadow Tower remained manned. The rest had fallen into ruin, and their walls crumbling and their gates frozen shut. The wall and its castles are more than just physical barriers. They really are symbols for the Night's Watch. So there you have it. Those are all the castles of the Night's Watch and the wall. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more of this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have a good one.